All right, welcome to the Duke Virginia film breakdown. I appreciate you guys' feedback last video about the Patreon. I am going to start the Patreon, I think, after the NC State game. For the UNC game, Duke UNC film breakdown will be the first one I think I post on there. And then it actually works out well because normally March Madness, I get strong copyrights against me where I can't even post my film breakdowns on YouTube about the first or second round of the tournament because the NCAA has such strong copyright restrictions going on YouTube. So it works out well for me, and I'll plan to have that for the UNC game and then moving forward. But I'll still be doing YouTube videos, and I'll still do, there's going to be fun stuff coming, and as a whole, especially in the off seasons as well. I want to really give as much attention to detail as I can for you guys with this Duke program, and that's what I'm going to do. So we'll start with this, the Duke Virginia film breakdown, and I hope you guys enjoy.
Consecutive home games coming into play today. Foster outside the three. He will drive it into the paint. Can't get it to go. Tipped out. Duke will keep it.
So I started with the miss here because I like this play for Caleb Foster, right? He misses this, but I really like what I've seen out of number one the last three games. He has 13 assists and 2 turnovers in the last 3 games. He had, 13 points and 12 points in the previous 2 games. Only had 6 in this one, but I love this aggressiveness of going right into the chest of a shot blocker. Grunlow's a really good shot blocker. Duke was not fazed by him throughout this game. And, Caleb Foster really set the tone of throwing his body right in the chest of the 7-footer. And though he missed it, I really like that aggression early by Foster.
Cavaliers very good defensively. There was a while during the season the offense was ahead of their defense. Defense certainly caught up. They can really block shots. They're as good as anybody in the country.
OB, the defense may have surpassed the offense, which has been supreme for the Cavaliers all year.
That's what makes Isaiah so deadly. His second three is the same way. But, Virginia plays this really well, the baseline out of bounds, to where Isaiah's catching it in the death trap of a corner. But he gets out of it. There's still not much here. I think that's Sam Lewis guarding him. Just trying to stay with Isaiah, but Isaiah's so shifty around the perimeter, takes a little body bump, bumps Sam off of his line, and that's all that Isaiah needs to get free. That's what makes him so good. And, oh, by the way, I'm going to tweet about it. I haven't yet. But Duke is in the 100th percentile this season on baseline out of bounds plays and sideline out of bounds plays. John Shire, coach of the year, 100th percentile in baseline out of bounds and sideline out of bounds. I think they're 94th or 97th percentile out of timeouts. Just a clinic, a coaching clinic by John Shire this year.
As Isaiah in the post, nice job by Gung with staying vertical and staying in defensive position so that he doesn't get a foul with the physical DeRidder.
DeRidder scrapping for it. Sarr comes away with it, going for the slam, but no.
Dame. I just had to have this in there because I had a smirk on my face when this happened. I love you, Dame. I love you, but you are the funniest guy on the court sometimes.
For the slam, but no.
2 of the 3 top candidates, OB, in this game, if you include Jay Lucas, former Duke assistant, now the head coach at Miami, I believe that is the top tier of the coaches this season in ACC play.
All 3 deserve it. Knocked down.
All right, you've only scored 1 bucket so far in almost 3 minutes, so let's draw something up for the 3-point shooter that got you the 3 points on the board. So Isaiah, get it right here. So Isaiah's going to curl this. It looks like it's going to be a double stagger with Cam and Pat Gungba. Isaiah Evans is going to curl off of, or not even curl, more of a back cut after Cam Boozer goes to set up. And he back cuts instead of comes off of Pat Gungba, which is just initiating what Duke's really trying to run, which is now the double stagger with Dame Sarr and Pat Gungba. And here it comes. Dame sets the first one. Pat sets the second one. Reads the screen well. 1 dribble pull up. Isaiah Evans has 6 points on 1 dribble.
Here's a freshman, and oftentimes when you've had success against a team in the past, you look to have it in the future.
Evans catches, fires, buries it.
And now he's got hot to where he's hitting Isaiah Evans type of shots because he's 2 for 2 from the field. And again, 9 points on 1 dribble. That's hella efficient. And again, this is off a baseline out of bounds. It's not much, right? It's not the prettiest thing, but it works. And why it works is simple. First off, this is a back screen or back screen lob for Malik Brown. Jakari White does a good job of bumping Malik Brown to where that can't be open. And now they're Xing out. Virginia's Xing out. So where Jakari White's holding Malik Brown, it's for Onyenso to get back to Malik Brown, and Jakari White's now going to go to Caleb Foster. But let's back it up a little bit as I talk through it. So what happens is Chance Mallory is coming out to Isaiah now as Jakari takes his. But the way that Chance Mallory closes out on Isaiah, it gives Isaiah a kind of an open lane to drive. And so what it is a drive and replace. Isaiah's driving, Caleb Foster replaces. UVA is scrambling a little bit. And this is not bad defense. I mean, my God, hand in the face, two shooters that love contested shots. And Isaiah hits it. That's just better offense against good defense. And Isaiah started the game, 3 for 3 or hit 3 early ones?
So Duke on top 11-7. Caden Boozer. And Menya with White on him. And a touch here for Cam Boozer.
Look at the help, OB. Look on the inside when Boozer has the basketball to paint. And that is the.
All right. Kind of a lot more to unpack here than I thought. But so Shire has Isaiah involved hella early in this. So he's coming off of the Malik thing. And then now he's setting up. And it's a cross screen, down screen. So Isaiah setting the cross screen for Cam Boozer to catch it. And Virginia does a good job. I think it's Tillis does a good job of getting around the screen. Now it's a down screen for Isaiah. So he sets the cross screen. Malik setting the down screen. And Herminia ends up throwing it to Cam Boozer, who's going to post up right here, which is perfectly fine. Perfectly fine. So Duke ran the action. They got the ball to their best player. And then for whatever reason, Onyenso is coming to trap this, and it just leaves open the back door. And he points to the guard. But I watched Tony Bennett here after this, the exchange between him and Onyenso, and he was like, "What are you doing? What are you doing?" And so I blame the big fella trying to go trap here. And also, what a weird angle. If you're trying to trap, you're just behind the ball, the guy guarding the ball. So Duke makes UVA pay. That's what makes Cam Boozer so good, is right when he sees somebody making a mistake, he immediately makes them pay.
Another one of the elite three-point shooters that Virginia has. He's disappointed that he hasn't knocked down either of those looks.
Evans off a great fake. Hits it.
11 points off of 2 dribbles. And again, this is what happens where Isaiah's hit 3 threes to where, and they've been heavily contested. First off, it's a 2-man game for Nick Herminia and Cam Boozer. On the naked side, it's just 2 guys, but there's 3 defenders. He does a good job finding the skip pass. And Jakari, he left hid feet. It's like, why did you leave your feet? Well, Isaiah's hit 2 contested threes so far. And so Isaiah makes him pay for being aggressive. Just a great early start for Isaiah Evans.
Bounces in. Duke converges defensively. Brown with the steal. Boozer drives. The tip is up. That's no good.
But look who's there.
I hate that this didn't result in points, and also hate for Cam Boozer getting poked in the eye. That's never fun. But that's why I love Malik Brown. That's why I love Malik Brown. Blitzing that damn ball screen, ball's on the floor, and I don't know if I've ever seen somebody flick the ball up like this. Just flicking it up. His attention to detail during chaos just never ceases to amaze me. He just makes the right play when everything's chaotic every time. And then, like I said, Cam Boozer getting poked in the eye. God, that is probably the more of a worse injury in the moment than getting hit in the balls. I'm telling you, when you get poked in the eye, you think you're going blind for the rest of your life. It is not fun.
There's that delay. Malik Brown once again, OB.
Evans pulls up. Can't hit it. Brown looking to.
Again, Malik Brown. This time he's not blitzing the ball screen, but he's so good at playing in the space he needs to be on the help side as well. It happens so quick right here, so I'm trying to time it. So he's right there. He's got, I think that's Tillis, in the corner. And he sees the roller because Duke, Duke's kind of hard hedging this ball screen or trapping this ball screen with Pat and Dame Sarr. Pat's trying to get back now, but this is where Virginia, it looks like 2 on ball, the free roller, he's open. Well, Malik Brown sees that, and he plays like a free safety. Ed Reed right here attacks the ball, knocks it away, pick 6 going the other way. And if Isaiah would have hit that 3 early, the roof would have blown off Cameron. It does coming up, but again, Malik Brown, 2 steals that led to really good transition opportunities, and that's what makes him so good.
Caden Boozer and his brother work so well together.
Now with DeRitter on the bench, look at the difference in Boozer when he goes.
You know how damn strong you have to be to spin through a trap? That's good defense. That's pretty physical guys too for Virginia. Like, this team has won 25 games. He's getting trapped. 99% of the people, 99.9% of the people cannot do this. Spin, cut through, get fouled. He had 12 free throw attempts. He drew 7 fouls in the first half. He made 0 field goals in the game or in the first half, and he shot 12 free throws because he's so damn good at drawing fouls and making defenders uncomfortable. 7 fouls drawn. It's just, Cam is so damn good.
Great games, not so great. It's because of their stingy defense. They lock in on that end of the floor and oftentimes make great offensive teams look very pedestrian.
Mallory around the back, gives it up. Shot clock to 7. Duke has forced them deep into that clock many times already today. White backing away. 1 second to get off the shot. He did not get it off in time.
Just great team defense. I love to see this possession happening with Darren Harris on the defensive end too. Good things have been happening to this kid recently, and makes me very happy for him. And right here, just a really good job. He's starting it with guarding the ball. Malik Brown, aggressive against the big man trying to get free on Yinso. All right, we're going to set a ball screen then. Darren Harris does a good job fighting over. Malik reaches and gets back. Good job by Dame, too, on the back end there. So, again, free roller. Cam's playing too. Dame's playing too. Cam bumps and gets back. Dame is still showing until Malik gets back. Ball swung over. Dame closes out. Dame's off balance. He doesn't fall. He doesn't get crossed. He's losing his balance. And then he gets back up. Malik stops ball. Him and Dame are switching. Good job by Cam. And now, since the ball's passed away from the zone of Malik and Dame switching, they switch back. And now it's one-on-one with Jakari White and Caleb Foster as Duke evens it out with 5 seconds on the shot clock left. And Virginia can't get a shot off. This Duke defense, dude, holy hell. What a fun ride this has been.
Virginia's, you have to score to be able to set up your defense.
They've already had a 7-minute field goal drought in this game. Talking about the Cavaliers. Boozer for Harris. Got it.
And then Darren Harris comes in the game, helps out with a shot clock violation on the defensive end, gets rewarded with a 3-pointer immediately on the offensive end. And Cam Boozer, again, the touch he has, the feel for the game is insane. Who's that? Malik Thomas. Malik Thomas is going to reach right here, right when he puts the ball on the floor. Malik's already going. And Cam knows it. So Cam doesn't even land on 2 feet. He's just like, all right, they're digging. I'm getting the ball out of my hands as quick as possible and finding the shooter. Great play by Cam. Great job by Darren Harris to be shot ready.
Is he out of sync with those 2 fouls and having to sit? Has that thrown him off of his rhythm?
Harris again.
Again, happy for the damn kid. Another great play by John Shire. Spain action. And Virginia's expecting, excuse me, I got a call here. Virginia is expecting the Spain action of Malik Brown's going to set the screen and roll. Darren Harris is going to come off of the back of Malik Brown for a catch-and-shoot 3, as we've seen Isaiah do this year. That is what Virginia's expecting right here. Darren Harris does not do that. Darren Harris drifts away rather than continuing to go to the slot or the wing. And so he drifts away, and now there's miscommunication for UVA because 2 guys are guarding ball. Onyenso is guarding his dude. and then whoever was guarding Darren Harris, two guys are still guarding Caleb Foster, and there's just pure confusion. Darren Harris relocates, butter.
Lewis lines one up. That's too strong. Rebound tipped. Here's Thomas. That missed ugly. Long run out. Here's Brown. Back for Sarr. Got it.
And then the roof blew off Cameron. I think I've called Sam Lewis Devin Tillis in this a couple of times. That's my fault if I have. But Cam Boozer, hell of an outlet pass. Duke's made 2 threes in a row. Force up a clank of Malik Thomas. Throw ahead. Malik Brown finds Dame Sarr. I got to go back and watch film. I think it was the first Dame Sarr non-corner three that he's made in over a month. And he hits it. And Cameron goes ballistic.
It's going to really hurt Duke. And Duke is taking away that three-point line, and that's been the difference in this game. Duke 7 for 11, Virginia 2 of 13 from beyond the arc.
Foster takes the handoff. And the...
So what Caleb Foster does best, man, what he does best as a guard, coming off of a dribble handoff of a double stagger, or if you will, the screen off of Cam and then the handoff with Pat. Pat's rolling. And then here comes Caleb Foster. Give me that body bump. I'll take that body bump. And then that buys a half a second more as Onyenso has to show to me. So what do? I throw to your guy. Really good point guard play out of Caleb Foster.
Off to his brother. The All-America candidate off a double fake.
You know, drew 7 fouls, like I said in the first half. Went to the line 12 times. And I just like this little action right here that Duke runs with Cam. They ran a little bit with flag last year, but Cam posting up at the free throw line, and we're just playing one-on-one from the free throw line to the rim. And then pump fake, get the shot blocker in the air, go to the line. Great stuff.
26. As they try and secure at least a share of the ACC regular season championship for the 22nd time. And that's going to be
great defense by Isaiah. Great individual defense. I have this on here, 1 for that, but 2, got to show love to Pat Gungba and Dame Sarr. Because obviously this is not for Chance Mallory to go one-on-one with Isaiah Evans this whole time for 8 seconds. His guy, I think that's Sam Lewis, setting the screen on Dame Sarr, and Sam Lewis is now going to get like a flare screen action off of Grunlow, and that's probably the look that Virginia's looking for, either a Grunlow roll or slip or Sam Lewis flare screen at the top of the key. Instead, Pat Gungba and Dame switch, and so now since it's a switch, Virginia's going to try and get back as the shooter is coming back to the ball, but Dame Sarr is jumping the passing lane to where Isaiah Evans and Chance Mallory are going one-on-one now, because Chance Mallory has nobody to pass it to, because the help side of Dame Sarr and Pat Gungba locked the hell up.
I'm not sleeping in a dorm. I'm 23 years old. I used to play professionally.
Well, Molly, you haven't had an opportunity, I don't believe, to get to the University of Virginia yet. However, at UVA, we call freshmen first years. And so with that, we'll just call DeRitter a first year, because with only 2 years of eligibility, it's hard to call him a freshman.
I believe that was Mr. Jefferson's idea. Switched in by.
I mean, I'm almost speechless with Cam Boozer here, but Virginia is coming off blitzing Cam. I would like Dame to be a little more assertive here. Of you see the guy getting doubled, you gotta get open quicker. I mean, Cam, everything works out right, but I just would like to see like a beeline almost to the top of the key, because the backside help is doing a good job guarding Isaiah and Dame. Dame now gets top of the key. Throw that one more to Isaiah. I know Cam Boozer hits this 3, but throw that to your shooter that's wide open in the corner. Tez DeRitter cannot get out there in time. But luckily for Duke, Cam hesitates and drains nothing but net 3. But I saw Isaiah open in that corner, and I was like, hit him. He's hot as hell.
Since ACC action started, but now they're going to have to flex that here on their opponent's floor.
Amenya to Foster. DeRitter picks him up. Foster to the paint, keeps on trucking and lays it in.
Bro, just such good play out of Caleb Foster, man. Such good play out of Caleb Foster. Let's play it from the top a little bit. So again, it's like a dribble handoff with Nick Kameni and Pat Gungba, and here comes a back screen for Caleb from Caleb Foster to Cam Boozer, to where that's the look right there. Nick Kameni to Cam Boozer, but Grunlow does a good job of staying in front of Cam Boozer and showing to where Kameni is going to have to throw over to Caleb Foster, comes off the screen. Now Caleb Foster just goes one-on-one. One-on-one. Really good play.
Just great, best in the country. Right now, Duke shooting 60% on the afternoon.
Sam Lewis just picked up his second foul. Another swish.
Did I say that Duke is 100th percentile this season in baseline out of bounds plays? Just throw over to Cam, and then Isaiah, you're going to get a screen gauntlet for you to catch this at the slot and hit it. I mean, it's simple, right? It looks so simple. That's what winning basketball is. It looks so easy, but it really, I mean, it's not. It looks so easy. And it's fun when it looks this easy. But a lot of work's been taken into account here, and Duke is just thriving right now.
By 2 points. Gungba will hand off for Foster. Foster over the top.
Again, Duke ran this action in the first half, right? Screen by Cam Boozer, handoff with Pat Gungba. Caleb Foster gets downhill, and he's waiting for a body bump, but he's also buying time to make Onyenso just ever so slightly take one step closer to him so he can throw it over, and he does that. I keep complimenting Caleb Foster, but he can't get complimented enough.
By Gungba. There at 11-4. Jay Lucas doing a great job in his first year there in Miami.
It really is, and I believe a finalist for ACC Coach of the Year as well.
Baseline out of bounds. Just, hey, let's just throw it to the big fella, go one-on-one, let's space out, get out of the way, go one-on-one against shot blocker. And what Pat is so good at, man, you'll see it in the second hook shot that he has in this, but you see his off arm, how high it is to just kind of to just get in the way of a shot blocker's hand. I mean, that's great contest by Grunlow. Great contest, but a great finish by Pat Gungba. You'll see a second hook shot, and I'll pause it, but watch Pat Gungba's offhand.
And knocks it down, a three. And get 12 minutes to go, 55-37 Duke.
I'm going to stop it right here real quick. Look at Ryan Odom. Odom is telling Tez DeRitter? I don't know who that is. Grunlow, one of the two. I think it's Grunlow. Regardless, whoever's guarding Pat Gungba, he wants him to come set a trap against Caden Boozer at half court. So, hey, come here, set it. I just missed him pointing by a second here. But he's pointing, he's telling him to come here, and then he's pointing right there. So, hey, come here and trap Caden Boozer. So Chance Mallory opens up defensively, expecting that his help side, his big man's going to get in front of Caden Boozer, and he never comes over. So Caden goes straight to the cup and gets fouled. That's just kind of the night that it was for Virginia. Duke had them all out of sorts, and the head coach, the player is looking at the head coach as the head coach is telling him, hey, come over here, let's trap this. Chance Mallory hears it, but the big fella doesn't move his puppies, and Caden Boozer goes straight to the rim and gets fouled.
Draws the foul. Afternoon here at Cameron Indoor. This the biggest game of the season in the ACC. Virginia number 11, Duke number 1. One game separating the two.
Just quickly, I have this because, again, really want to highlight Duke's defense this whole game. And Isaiah Evans does a really good job here of here comes the roller. Isaiah tags the roller or shows to the roller to get back to his guy, hand up contest, low percentage shot. Duke gets the rebound.
Two in the conference stand, ahead by a game, and the opportunity today to lock up at least a share of the ACC championship for the Blue Devils. And they look like they're very hungry to do that. Cam Boozer the National Player of the Year candidate. Likely the front runner, leaning inside for Deuce.
Splitting double teams, dude, is crazy, and scoring out of him is insane. He is the National Player of the Year for a reason.
But remember about him being the front runner for the National Player of the Year, but he's the most productive guy. And out of all the great freshmen in the class, he might not have the most potential.
This is what I want to see more of. I've alluded to it in a few film breakdowns. But when Pat Gungba catches this right here, Malik Brown too, but more so Pat Gungba, when he catches this and he doesn't want to shoot it, instead of just waiting for a guard to get open on the perimeter, use that negative space as positive space and go right at your guy. And that's what he does. He goes right to the chest of Onyenso, and this is the one I was talking about with his offhand. He does such a good job. It's hard for me to do this in the camera, but he's shooting with his right hand like this, right? Shot blocker's hand is going to come over top. He's using his left hand to go up with his right hand like this to where the shot blocker, he can't get to the ball because he's hitting the offhand like this. So I'm going to pause this at the top. This is just something that's – look at his left hand. It's right there with the ball. More guys need to do this. Right there with the ball to where Onyenso, he's stuck on the ground. He has no verticality because Pat Gungba jumped right through him and used his both hands to go up over a shot blocker. That's really good stuff. Like, that is something that is really special. And have that touch, but again, I love that. Offhand, as high as the shooting hand, Onyenso can't get off the ground. Great finish by Big Pat.
Drive away with a Porsche, in a Porsche, with a Porsche, on top of a Porsche. Well, you'll have the Porsche. You can do whatever you want with it.
I was waiting for you to do it in Dickie D's voice, though.
Oh, I don't think I can. I don't think I can do that. How could I possibly do that? He's my dear buddy.
We've been fortunate to be able to spend the last few weekends with Dickie V.
And we'll end it with that. The classic curl screen lob by Isaiah to Malik Brown. Duke just spaced out, 5 out, and UVA is guarding the perimeter. So no help, nothing in the paint. Isaiah's going to curl this, and then it's just 2-on-1, no man's land. Throw over top. Flush it. Duke cruises. What a win. What a just dominant performance. What a week. What a week. Michigan then beat the brakes off a Notre Dame team who somehow upset NC State and beat the brakes off the number 11 team in the country. This Duke team is cruising right now. And Darren Harris said it best in the post-game press, our job's not finished. These returners, they got to the Final Four. It's cool that Duke has a share, and eventually we'll have the ACC regular season championship, but it's not why they are playing at Duke. They're trying to get back to the Final Four and win national championship, and you can see that chip on their shoulder as the regular season's coming to a close. This has been a lot of fun, and I appreciate you guys always watching this and being interactive in the comments as well. Like, you guys seriously are the best, and the reason I keep doing this. And I hope to see you guys in person as the season winds down, maybe the ACC tournament. If you're going to the tournament, let me know. I'll be there in Charlotte. But let's keep this good vibes rolling, man, and I'll see you guys in the next video.